What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and 2017 has been the year of all glass smartphone designs, missing headphone jacks, notches, etc. You name it, it's happened in 2017 as far as smartphones go. And today, we're going to tell you which ones are the best. Alright, so to start off this list, we are talking about the Google Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL. And let me tell you, these guys are pretty amazing. Undoubtedly, the Pixel 2, in my opinion, has the best camera on a smartphone this year. The photos are phenomenal, and if you want to check out some samples, I will leave the review linked below, but this guy is pretty special. It doesn't matter whether or not you got the Pixel 2 or the Pixel 2 XL, both of them pack the same camera, and let me tell you, the battery life on these guys is pretty amazing as well, with the obvious Pixel 2 XL being in the lead. Both the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL have an unparalleled Android experience, exactly as Google intended it. So you're getting the software just as it was made to be, with no bloaty skins on the top or anything like that. And this year, they included a pretty cool new squeeze feature, which has actually been surprisingly useful. Now keep in mind that this list is in no particular order. These are just my 5 top favorites. And coming up next, we have the iPhone X. The iPhone X has a super clean design, one that I'm a big fan of, and it's kind of a throwback to what they used to do with glass sandwiching metal, which is what a lot of other smartphones this year have come out to be like, and that's definitely a great thing all around. It feels great in the hand, it looks great, and the camera experience on the iPhone X is phenomenal as well, with optical image stabilization on both cameras, and we have 4K 60 recording. It's all around an awesome phone. One thing I do want to add about the iPhone X is that Face ID is actually a pretty sufficient replacement to Touch ID. And I didn't think I would say that at first, but it's actually been pretty flawless in my testing. And if you want to check out the review on the iPhone X or any other smartphone I've mentioned in this video, I will be sure to leave links below for you. Coming up next, we have the LG V30, and let me tell you, this is one of the most underrated smartphones of 2017. So this is one of LG's best smartphones ever, and I think a lot of people overlooked it this year, but it's one of my personal favorites. First off, let me tell you, with the camera setup on the back, it's not your traditional standard lens and telephoto lens like we see on every other smartphone. LG actually includes a wide angle lens in place of that telephoto lens, so you can actually take some very, very unique shots with the V30. Like I said, the V30 is one of the most underrated smartphones this year, and if you're looking for something a little bit different and one of the best phones that I've seen LG make, this is definitely an option, and it even has some pretty cool features for creators like log video recording, which is unheard of on a smartphone. Next up, we're talking about the Galaxy Note 8, and for me, this is one of the best smartphone designs of the year, but let me know what you think in the comments section below. But this thing is glass on glass, it's got a nice, big, beautiful display, and if you want to protect that glass, at least on the backside, I definitely recommend slapping a D-Brand skin on it, and a big shout out to D-Brand for sponsoring this channel, and I'll go ahead and drop a link to some skins from them below if you want to check them out. Now, not only does the Galaxy Note 8 have one of the best designs this year, it definitely has the best display. This thing is super crispy, and that 18:9 aspect ratio is pretty amazing on a display of this size. It didn't explode this year, so that's definitely a plus that brings them higher on the list for me. And overall, the camera setup on the back is phenomenal. There's just a lot of great things here, but one thing I do have to say, which is kind of weird hearing myself say this, is I think that Samsung kind of nailed the Android skin game this year, being one of the best skins that we have that's not super bloated. They've really learned to tone things down and pull back a little bit on the reins as far as like putting a whole bunch of crap in your face on the phone. I actually do like the Note 8 in that respect. Of course, being a larger phone, it does have phenomenal battery life as well, and if you want to check out the review for the Note 8, check below. Now, last but certainly not least, we have the OnePlus 5T, and well, I know that the OnePlus 5 was just released earlier this year, but this is a little bit better of an upgrade, and I'll tell you why. First of all, with the OnePlus 5T, we do have a larger 18:9 display, which is awesome just to see on this cheap of a smartphone. And speaking of cheap, this is one of the cheapest smartphones in this list. It's the most bang for your buck, and it meets or exceeds features on other smartphones in this list. And at the price point, you really can't argue with it. A cool feature on the OnePlus 5T is the face unlock, and let me tell you, it's literally the fastest face unlock in the industry. Surprisingly fast, scary fast even. Along with that, the camera setup was updated around the backside, so we have better low light performance. The portrait mode is great on here. The software experience is very toned down, very much stock Android-like. I can't say enough great things about the OnePlus 5T, and it's just the best phone you can get for the money, really. I mean, it's like $400+ somewhere around there in that price point. It's under 500 bucks, and it really just meets all of your basic expectations as far as an all-around good smartphone. But let me know which of these phones are your favorite in the comments section below, and try not to start a war down there. This isn't Android versus iOS or anything like that. It's just a simple best of the year for 2017, and I thank you all for the support this year. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see coming up in the near future as well. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.